I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. Salute, salute, salute. What's good, what's good, what's good? How is everybody doing? Oh, it was hot and muggy and nasty today in BK, but we made it through. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space where we encourage intelligence, where we speak, where we respect, where we dialogue, where we seek solutions on our path to liberation. Yes, we do. My classroom assistants, as you come on in, make sure the green screen link is in the chat for the duration of the dialogue. And please know, if anybody needs anger management, life coaching, or yourself or family member or an acquaintance may be going through a domestic violence situation, please reach out for help. Book your assessments. All my contact information will be in the chat. Listen, this is an impromptu women's up. And if you are new to the space, women's up is when I speak directly to the queen comrades. Yes, I speak directly to the queen comrades on Women's Up. I need y'all fully engaged. I need y'all to answer some of the questions that I am going to be having. And I need you to ask me direct questions. Because, again, we are in dire need of one another. There ain't no way getting around that. We are in dire need of one another. So, comrades, men, this isn't for you. If you are here, you are like a fly on the wall, ear hustling, making an attempt to learn. Don't say nothing. You dig me? Since women's up, it's what it is. And we respect and acknowledge our women as such. Queen comrades. And again, this is your time. This is your space. Okay, queens? This is your space. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Before we have the open questions, open answers, this open dialogue, I want to get to the content. And maybe the queens can help me out. The sisters, huh? The lady comrades. Maybe y'all can help me out. Because this thing is out of control. It's out of control. The behaviors, the beliefs, the temperaments. I know where it stems from. I know where it stems from. Okay? But we need a consistent dialogue and clarification on what we're witnessing. All right? So this is where we at with it. Now, excuse me, I chose this particular topic because it is newsworthy. They made it newsworthy. And it's an educational piece. And this is class. So this is education. We're in class. We're not gossiping. This is not something that we're just throwing haphazardly up into the air. No. This is educational piece. This is coming from the news. And it has a lot of influence on how things seem to be working in social media and what some people want to perceive as journalism. So we got a story that's been sent to me. And it's moving through TikTok. It's moving through Instagram. And when I saw it, I thought it was rather odd. I found it a little offbeat. And I was going to go in one direction with this content. I was going to go directly at it. But as always, I have to do my research. I have to run it by a few people. And since it deals with black women, I had to ask black women. And then as we started looking deeper into the spaces that were accessible to us via social media, a lot of little things started coming out. So as always, in this class, we have to go and touch each layer so we can get a better understanding of what's what. So the story was sent via video of a man named Gary Chambers Jr. And at first, just like always, when we're watching these pieces that people put together, edit, and throw out on TikTok as truth, we listen. And we have to be in a space where we start picking holes through it. So I'm listening, and he's going on about how Essence magazine, the owners of EssenceFest, the festival in New Orleans, sent a cease and desist letter to authors and a book publishing company and a bookstore to halt an event that they were having during the same time. And he goes on and he reads the cease and desist letter. And you know how they do on TikTok. They got the letter in the backdrop. And he's speaking so matter-of-factly. And you looking at it, you're like, wow. Why would a big, legendary, iconic women's publication send a cease and desist letter that they had to go out of their way to get to two black women, right? Who are in a space of books, literature, learning, education. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to me at all. Being in NYC, being so close to the home office of Essence Magazine, like having Essence magazines still to this day in my mom's apartment from when she passed away. We still have stacks of this iconic magazine with all type of positive, progressive articles, information, you know, anything that had to do with black women. Why would they prevent an event to take place when their festival has been coming there for numerous years, caking off, you understand, making millions upon millions of dollars. Why would they care so much that they would go to the space legally? Why would they do that to two black women? So I went and I'm looking and I'm like, wow. Hold on, Carol. Because again, that's what was sent to me initially. So just like a lot of other information, sometimes we get emotionally triggered. And we was like, why would Essence do that? Really? Essence hating on black women? Black women who are in the space of literature. It's not like these women had an event where they were selling candles or earrings or, other things that we would deem non-essential. I'm looking at it like, damn, they're attached to a bookstore, book publisher, book company. They're obviously authors, and this is an event in their home city, in Louisiana. This is their home city. This is all the things that I'm thinking about when we're going through this, because again, this TikTok is clickbait, right? So Gary Chambers Jr. put this piece together, and of course, it's going to do what he expected it to do. It's going to go viral. So far, it's already at 28,000 likes. Of course. And if it reaches a specific number of black men, of course, they're going to be enraged like, damn, Essence on that bullshit? Because we already saw what they did as far as these alpha men who presented themselves as alpha males. In essence, got these dudes on the cover and in the magazines looking straight skittily, right? Skittily, Twizzler, Starburst out. So we was already tight with that. And we already been tight that through the years, the publication has had less and less substance. Even if you're not an avid reader, even if you're not a subscriber of Essence, you could see since, Susan Taylor has not had her finger on it, it's been looking very, very fluffy. So we already tight about that because, again, we always say what we read, what we digest has a heavy influence on how we believe and how we manifest ourselves. So we're already tight. Now we're saying, damn, they stooping so low as to cut an event that black women have organized. So of course, this Gary Chambers dude, yeah, it went viral for him. This is the numbers game. This is what people do now. People have moved away from the actual truth of the matter. Just as long as they can get you to, boom, watch them. As long as they can draw your attention. That's all it's become now. And it's not only in journalism, but as I told you, it's at the conscious community levels, it's at the woke people, it's in athletics, it's in entertainment. That's all they want is your attention. Once they got it, they don't care if they fill it with substance or if they fill the shit with whipped cream. They just want you to watch them because that at some point becomes lucrative to them. At some point, it becomes a resource for them. So it didn't sit right with me. So in the body of the Instagram, of course, they always tagging the subjects. So now I got to do my research. So I'm like, I want to know who these women are. Who is this company? And why would this garner some attention? The thing that really had me about the Essence Festival was the fact that they had Megan Thee Stallion as a headliner. And I'm like, damn, I always thought Essence was more solid, was more Joanne Chesmard, was more Winnie Mandela, was more, any sister who was bringing something to the table. When I see performance by Megan Thee Stallion, I'm like, that was more alarming to me than to get this viral TikTok of them sending cease and desist letters to this little event on the side. So I'm looking at, I'm riding, I'm like, well, let me see what this dude Gary really is putting out here. And let's see what really actually happened before I go in on it. Because we already started sharing the video and looking at Essence sideways. That's why it's always good to do research. And it's always good to try to look for other angles and other layers to this shit. Because if not, your assumptions will get you in a lot of trouble. It'll get us in a lot of trouble because it'll have us believing in a certain way. And then we'll be rushed to judgment. You understand? So when it comes to our women, you know how I am. There's no hiding it. None. Heavy support. Heavy. So, I said, damn, Gary Chambers Jr. Let me see the page. So now I'm looking. And then, of course, he has, just like he had in the video, the cease and desist letter. So I go and I look and I said, well, who does he tag? So he tagged Kimberly Latrice Jones and he tagged Tamika Newhouse and, of course, the Bookstore, Baldwin and Company Bookstore. And then I had to go up in there and see who the owner was. So I went in there and seen the owner was a brother, DJ Johnson, who actually was in the body of the cease and desist, right? Because Essence wanted that event stopped. Now, the way they made it seem, well, the way Gary Chambers made it seem, as if Essence had quoted what they know out there as a clean zone ordinance. And that was just that. He made it seem as if Essence Magazine was utilizing that ordinance to stop this black company from having an event. Wasn't so. When you go to Baldwin and Company Bookstore's page, they have a different letter. Okay? Very different letter. Well, a very different response to the letter. Because again, when people are using clickbait They're going to put out there what they know is going to grab you, right? Just like a whole lot of these YouTubers, whole lot of podcasts, they're going to do that because that's what they learned from Euro. They learned that from the Euro. They learned that style of journalism. They learned that style of marketing and promotion through them. That's where they get that from. And since they know or have an idea, because we are of the same vibration, we're the same hue, since we know what gets our people amped up, they started in this space, and it's been like this for a couple of years now, with the clickbait, with fear mongering, just throwing all type of titles on things, and we run, we look, and in the mix of it, it's a lot of narratives, half-truths, fluff, and bullshit, and before you know it, your shit is cloudy. You don't know what the real issue is. That's why you have to do extensive research, and extensive research doesn't take a lot of time. It really doesn't. Doesn't take a lot of time. I did this very quickly because I was really, really appalled at how Essence has been moving. And again, over the past few years, you know, when it comes to having these festivals, when it comes to people claiming Black businesses and small business owners and women in business and all that, you already know where I feel that conversation leads to. We were the business. We are the business of white supremacy. We are the business of capitalism. We are always paying up to massa. So when people chase the bag, got a bad taste in my mouth for it. And this whole story stinks of people chasing the bag and not dealing with the integrity piece that comes with how we need to deal with each other. So he put this piece together, threw up the cease and desist letter. So I went, said, hold on, let me check it out. So it goes to the main people that was named in that, which is Baldwin and Company Bookstore and DJ Johnson. Okay? And here's his letter, right? In response to the cease and desist that Mr. Chambers said went to these two women, Kimberly Latrice Jones and Tamika Newhouse. He highlighted them in this piece. Threw their picture up, all that. Regular clickbait shit. So Mr. Johnson, no relation. Again, I don't know. I told y'all that a couple of years ago. A lot of Johnsons running around. Might be some kin. I don't know. Ironically, he has a bookstore. So, Mr. Johnson, you need to go check out my titles. Thug Love Superman, How You, A Letter from Up North, and the All-American Justice System Handbook. Handcuffs, shower shoes, and visits. Yeah, Mr. Johnson, check those out if you ever catch wind of this video here. Okay? This is his letter to the cease and desist. This is his response. Dear Essence Communications, Inc. and Essence Festivals Productions, I am writing in response to the cease and desist letter received, right, from the alleged use of Essence Festival trademarks in marketing and promoting events, I guess, right? It's cutting off. I want to unequivocally state that Baldwin and Company did not use materials for the Lit House event that include or reference the Essence Company logos or the importance of trademark and copyright laws, blah, blah, blah. We all have them. We fully agree to comply with all trademark, copyright, boom, 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 and festivals, and apologize for the confusion by someone hosting an event. So again, the Lit House event was in his bookstore. So he's like this. I didn't have anything to do with anybody using Essence trademarks. So now it gets sticky, okay? Because again, it wasn't just that they were having an event at the same time and that Essence was trying to block these women from getting money. No. Somebody was saying that they were affiliated with EssenceFest. So you see that? This is where it comes from. Who? Who? You may add, right? Bookwoman and Company takes great pride in diligently ensuring that the Essence Festival and any promotional consent, any confusion, nor was on behalf of Bookwoman and Company LLC, we have consistently told Tamika Newhouse of Lit Diaries that we do not want the words Essence Fest, blah, 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 included in any marketing or advertising materials for the Lit House event. I want to emphasize that Bookwoman and Company did not and will not, you understand? This is where you get any sales of tickets or have any affiliation with any charges to attend. Boom, we respect and appreciate the importance of trademark and copyright because he's not trying to get linked to anything that has anything to do with people attaching themselves to Essence dealing with his company. Furthermore, I want to assure you that Bookwoman and Company has taken immediate action against Tamika Newhouse and Lit Diaries to remove the phrase, right? Lit House, such and such, references from all media and placements. We have also requested Essence Fest, and any other Essence trademarks be removed. So it got real funky because one of these women said that her event was affiliated with the Essence Fest in order, I guess, to drive traffic to her event. Son is like this. I'm not getting caught up in that. I done told her, get rid of it. Now, hold on. Tamika Newhouse has a letter too. Her letter says, so let's talk about hashtag Lit House. It's unfortunate that authors took a loss. When I learned of the PTO on the morning of the event, my focus went straight to finding a solution for those who were participating. So if you've never been to Harlem Book Fair, Long Island Book Fair, all these little things that we used to do in New York where you had these independent authors, right? They hold these events. Black Expo used to do it. You used to just come through, you get with the organizers, you pay for a table, you get out there, boom, and you sell your books. Now, the organizers of the event is going to be held liable for anything that's within that. So authors are paying to come to this event to set up a table. How much? I don't know. Me, I never used to pay too much for it. Not doing it. Because most of the event organizers are authors themselves. So all you doing is getting bread off me because you, as an event, have the name and people are going to come through there. I was on some real guerrilla marketing and promoting shit. I will set up a book signing in a damn Subway. I do it in a barbershop. I do it in a supermarket. I know how to talk and get sales. Don't take me, so I would be damned if I pay you $300-400 or a stack for a table because your shitty books don't sell. You're going to get money off of the authors. Don't work like that with me. Which is why social media has become the great equalizer, and that it cuts the middleman out. What you get from me, you get from me. Right here. You dig what I'm saying? So this is what one of the women is saying. Like, she getting ready to get up out of the way too. You know? So keeping the authors in mind, I began to search for another venue because Essence has shut that down. And people had already had their shit set up. They already paid Brad to be there. Okay? And 2 hours later, we secured a new space less than 10 minutes away. But now you done promoted it one spot. People not going to keep going, running around. Look, man, Essence is here. Essence is here. Might be some other things going on. Y'all said this was going to be the spot. You know how black people get. Y'all not there. We out. So, 10 minutes away might be, but shit, 10 minutes away in Louisiana while EssenceFest is going on, 10 minutes away, shit, might be really a half hour away. Depending on how they moving and driving and parking and crowds and all that. People lost bread. Authors going to lose their bread. So she trying to get herself out of the way of this foolishness. Granted, there are several narratives being shared about this event, but ultimately the people lost, and that's where my focus has been. I understand every experience is valuable to your growth in life, and this experience is preparing me for whatever is planned ahead. I will make myself available to those who participated in Lit House or signings curated by my team and I to hear their grievances and feedback. I know negativity can flow quicker than good news, but the Clean Zone Ordinance has been challenged and thrown into the spotlight once again, and hopefully this exposure will work out in favor of our people and our businesses. Mika. Right? So these two are falling back from whatever is taking place. Now we go back. There's another letter from DJ Johnson, the owner of the bookstore. Said it's with great pleasure that Baldwin and Company announces the dismissal of the lawsuit filed against us by Essence Festivals Productions LLC and Essence Communications Inc. We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the New Orleans communities and individuals worldwide for their unwavering support during this challenging time. Just as David was underestimated in his battle against Goliath, we too faced a formidable opponent. However, the strength and solidarity demonstrated by our community ensured that righteousness prevailed. Cap, because you're capping here. We're going to get to it. The love and support of the New Orleans communities have always been the backbone of Baldwin and Company, and we are humbled by the overwhelming response we received. Okay? Then they go on and on and on, talking about, literature, this, that, and the third, and yada, 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 yada. But in the meat and in the essence of everything, no pun intended, it's all about dollars, finances, Essence coming to town. We know people coming through. We all want to get this bread. That's the meat of it. They're all chasing the bag. Essence chasing the bag. This dude and his company chasing the bag. Mr. Chambers clickbaiting, chasing the bag. And that's where we at with it right now. What really is going on in the communities and how Louisiana needs assistance is going. Everybody's just talking about bags, festivals, partying. That's it. That's it. And we, Northerners, looking from the sidelines, the conscious community, woke, aware people looking like all this thing is transpiring, but we look on stage and we see ass. That's it. We see Megan Thee Stallion's ass in a space that was just iconic for the upliftment, development, and growth of Black women. That's really where I'm at with it, with this woman's up. Like, at what point through all of this have we seen any space where little girls in Louisiana can watch this and see themselves in a powerful space? Because from what I'm seeing and from my seat, I'm just watching the same idiotic shit that's been going on in the rap community. You have somebody that y'all put up on a perch, not based on no intelligence, not based on no strength, not based on no resilience against our oppressor. Y'all perched her up because she shakes her ass and got strong knees. That's so I'm looking at it like, what is really good with Essence? And all of the layers that has come from this story that people push down in front of us. You see where we're at as a people, as men, and as women, that we are taking all that we have fought, not fought for, all that we have fought against, and put it right back. So another generation can suffer from a lack of knowledge of self. And I'm asking it because I have to ask it of our queen comrades in the chat. How do y'all feel about that? At what point do you exercise your power and say that this trollop on stage does not represent who we need to be as Black women? Especially in public. What you do behind closed doors with your significant other, if your knees is working and you can twerk it, do your thing. But what I would express to you is that I don't see the Asian representative of Megan Thee Stallion. I don't see that. Don't see the Karen representation of Megan Thee Stallion. I don't see it at all. But those are the ones who are positioning themselves, the Asians, the Euros. Those are the ones who are positioning themselves in the next coming years to make sure that we don't have any resource. None. So that was very troubling. But what was more troubling than everything we just discussed, the Mr. Chambers clickbait Twitter post, Twitter or TikTok post, right? Because eventually what it boiled down to was that the last person that was named, in the Tamika Newhouse person, was the one who was using, I mean, this is what it is reading between everybody. She's the one who was using the Essence trademark or had some type of paraphernalia or something that was saying that that event was in an alignment with Essence. Because when you go to Kimberly Latrice Jones' page, she was in the festival after all that went down, she hot-footed and had a little signing or something in the festival. So it got real weird amongst our people, black men and black women, because again, the bag was getting threatened. The bag was getting threatened. Not for anything else. Not for the message, not for the content, but the bag was being threatened. So black folks got in a hussy over their access to the crowds who may have, that tangible money. Whether it's fiat money, whether they was using cash, but that pool of our people gathering in one spot had these people going crazy once it got threatened. Once Essence said, hold up, we might lose some bread over there because people might think we're affiliated with that and pull from the festival resource. Let's tell Master about that. Master, put the cease and desist on them black folks over there, whether they women or not. Black men got in arms. Hold on, you're not going to get my company jammed in it. Master, I didn't have nothing to do with it. This black woman did that. We don't have nothing to do with it. And then we have this one here who decided to utilize that to go viral on his page. And nobody in the community of New Orleans or Louisiana, nobody benefited from any of this shit at all. None. And again, what was troubling for me was that they had Megan Thee Stallion's naked ass in Essence Festival. A spot where they used to have highlights and showcases from Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, all type of people who were fully clothed, or at least clothed to the degree that it wasn't shocking, that you couldn't just look right up in their grippers. You understand what I'm saying? And then her message was something that I said, huh? Because in that space, which has always been the epitome, the tip top of thinking black women, in that space, the epitome of it, where you have the most influence and you have the megaphone, naked Megan Thee Stallion said, I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to shake my ass. I'm ready to let mother effers know. Whoa, I never seen mother effer printed in any Essence magazine. But somehow in 2023, it's all right for our women to publicly just throw it out there. For us, for something that Susan Taylor and them had that showed prestigious black women. She said, I'm ready to shake my ass. So I'm trying to figure out how many black women today want to see another black woman shake her naked ass in front of them. Like black women, y'all like that? Y'all like seeing naked black women ass being shook in your face? Y'all that fetish? Y'all, that's a fetish for y'all? Really? That's not for black men. That's for black women? This is the Essence Festival? And she got her naked ass up there and said, I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to shake my ass. And I want to let y'all MFers know. I want to let y'all niggas know. Yeah, the N-word. Yeah, I want to let y'all niggas know. We don't need you. We want you. We don't need you. Whoa. Mother F this, mother F that, I'm ready to shake my ass. We don't need you. Black men. men as the highlight of the Essence Festival. One of the headliners said, I don't need you. So when the brothers come at me, be like, yo, Bliz, you be holding them sisters down. You be holding black women down. They really be hating us. They be going, yo, they give us problems. Yo, they ain't rocking with us. They not trying to unite. Now, I'm holding them down. I'm like, nah. I'm women and God, women, nah, there's women, nah. Black women love you. They rocking with you. You just gotta tweak it here and there. You gotta know how to work together. Y'all let this magazine, this institution, got me looking like I'm real crazy out here supporting y'all. So what is that? We let somebody in the image of a whore stand naked in front of black women with the megaphone and say, I don't need you. We don't need you. We want you. We don't need you. That's deep. That's heavy. That's heavy. Again, where we at with it? Where we at with it? That's the correcting piece there, man. So damn all the other, damn all that. I support, but this is it, man. You see these names? Powerful. Powerful. Always powerful. What are we doing here? That's where we at with it? Where everybody else is unified and together? We're going to allow our iconic institutions to separate us? Tell you, man, I listen to that shit. Yo, I have an automatic reflex for people who are not united in our struggle. Automatic. I hear it. If I'm around it, I sense it. I smell it. It's a taste for me because I'm a soldier. And I don't have time to be thinking about what's going to happen when I got that thing on you. It ain't no, yo, we all we got. It ain't none of that. I can't be questioning. I can't be waiting like Nino for the tear to run. Nah, you out of here. Bishop, you the past, bro. I have an automatic reflex for that. That is the conscious piece. That is the woke piece. That is what is the understanding when you're reading specific literature for people and messages to rip you apart. So black women have to be on point. What are we saying? What are you looking at? Who is gathering and taking your attention? That's mean, sisters. That's mean. Y'all have to understand that. So when you see these little fake ass TikToks and these triggering narratives, you got to research, whoa, what really happened here? And what is it really all about? Because we need each other. Don't let nobody tell you we don't. Them Ukrainian women will show you that. Salute, Eddie Campbell. Much appreciated for the green screen. They out there with theirs. It's like Palestinian women is out there with theirs. It's like Haitian women out there with this. Anyone in France, they women is out there with them. Any nation that think that they're going to survive this, they're united. And we looking stupid in front of the world because we don't have our women on our hip. Breaking news, 8 shot, 4 dead in Philly. And for what? It's not like the Ukraine and we fighting for space. We fighting for resource. We fighting our own enemy. We get mass shootings and be more in Philly. And I'm telling you, the key to it is our women setting the pace. Our women setting the pace. Our women exploded the population of the Black Panther Party. Our women held the BLA down, intact. Black women did that. They wasn't shaking their ass like no Megan Thee Stallion. They wasn't flaunting their titties like no Janelle Monáe. They were solid. They knew the ideals, they had purpose, and they pushed forward. And if the men wasn't on point, they got rid of them. And it wasn't a nice way to get rid of them neither. So where we at with it? So I don't want the women up. Where we at with it? Do you like that? I just need to know. We only got 80 in the building. We only have 80 in this class. Why? Because it wasn't titled something silly. This is a women up. I need to know. Y'all women like that? Let me know. And then we could put that in the framework. Every other day, our black women need another black woman to shake her naked ass in front of her to keep her motivated. If that's what's going to be in our bylaws, if that's what's going to be in our structure, then so be it. And if I'm wrong, let me know. I mean, they're twerking on the coast of the continent. Right there. Let us know if that's going to be how we're going to move. Yo, let us tone it down a minute. Maybe that's where y'all at with it in 2023 and moving forward. You're twerking at the last ports where our ancestors, where the majority of the slaves was coming from. They twerked right there. Okay? Now, we got Megan Thee Stallion twerking at the EssenceFest saying we don't need black men. So if black woman is cool with it and they're in alignment with it, and this is the agenda fulfilled, let us know. So we know how to operate, so we know how to move. And if that's the piece, if we're going to allow that lower level energy to lead, cool with it. Because we're going to support our sisters. We're going to support our queen comrades however they need to be. Because we need ours just like the Euros got theirs. Just like the Asians got theirs. So if that's the plan, if that's what we're going at with it, sisters, then so be it. We can rock with that. But we can't have no confusion. We can't. We don't have enough time and space for that. It has to be clear and direct. Okay? I'm saying that's where they at with it, Carol. Half dress wasn't half dress. Half dress is poom poom shorts. That's half dress. Poom poom shorts and a tube top. You can consider half dress. A thong and barely their bikini is not half dressed. That's 3/4 dressed damn near naked. So if that's the mantra, if that's what's going to be the standard for entertaining black women, hey, okay, it is what it is. Yeah, definitely, Jules. No, but it's women up. And I understand. I'm not here to play with people. I'm not for the clickbait. I'm good with where the numbers at. Because I know that when all the fluff disappears, you're going to need true leadership. Someone consistent. Someone intelligent and responsible enough to go with the wins and losses of war. I'm good with it. I trust and believe I will be standing on top. Because it's a terrible thing to be trapped and laid up and your enemy coming through. And you don't know what to do. And the people around you don't know they elbow from their ass. I've been there. I know what it's like. So I'm good with it. I'm good with it. And it's not up to me. Remember, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you, in the people. If they don't share the video, if they don't support it, oh well. Because truth is simultaneous. The way I'm not supported, the way I don't get shared, is truthful. There's people that just won't do it. But that doesn't take away from the truth that our enemies is coming hard and fast. That's truthful too. And there's going to be casualties from it. Not a fear-mongering piece. It just is what it is. It's scientific. It is warfare. That's just what it is. It's not for me. I know what to do. I do it diligently. I'm consistent with it. So that's just where it is. But again, I just wanted to speak on this piece because it is very, 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 very serious. Where do black women stand on this? Where do they stand on this? What do they want? Are they aware of what's going on? You dig? So again, I salute you all. Because maybe I have to go and get some sensationalized piece to speak on tonight. You dig? Make woman up is a little bit too heavy. Man up a little bit too heavy. You understand? Maybe it's a little bit too much for them to digest. Maybe they're in a festive mood. Maybe they want to celebrate the independence, right, of the United Colonies, the independence, right, of the criminals from their jailers. Maybe they want to celebrate that. Maybe they're in a festive mood for that. And me speaking about the state and the behavior of our black woman is too much. Maybe the questions I'm answering is too targeted, too deep. You understand? Maybe it's too much for me to question why y'all want to represent yourselves in that format, but claim to want upstanding soldiers, claim to want safety in the communities, claim that you want all of the things that you have to help facilitate to get. Maybe it's too deep. DeHaven, peace, peace. Peace and power, Tom. Peace. Salute. You understand? You understand? Sometimes people get lazy. Sometimes they just want to lay down. But our enemies don't sleep. They don't sleep. They are replacing you, black women. They are replacing you. You don't see it? Peace Almighty, they're replacing you. The same way they're replacing us. They're replacing you. I'm telling you. Because those images that you see, the behaviors that they thrusting and telling you to shrug your shoulders, to embrace that it's okay. Yeah, black woman, be loose. Lead with your ass. Get your eyelashes right. All that fraudulent shit, everything that they throwing in front of you, that ain't you. That's all the other women on the globe. That's how they behave. But they're making you do that. And you losing because you can't maintain that. That is not in your nature. That is why as soon as you don't get no money from it, you leave this shit alone. But you already stained yourself. That's not you. That's them Karens. That's them divine evils. That's their nature. They're used to that. They're used to being used by 10 and 20 different men. That's them. They allow you to accept that as your standard behavior, and you're being replaced. That's the truth of the matter. And your babies are running crazy because of it. So if it's too deep, if it's too heavy, that's not my fault. I'm built a certain way. I don't give up on the fight. I don't ever rest. I come from a community where you couldn't rest, where you couldn't slip, where you always had to be on point. Fuck, why you think I'm still here? Why you think I'm still here? Ain't too many who did it the way I did it, 54 years old. Ain't too many still here. Because I never fucking slip. I'm always in the fight. Black women, you got to get in the fight. You have no time to slip, to backslide, to lead with your ass. It means nothing. It is not a skill to get somebody to look at naked ass. Even animals look at a naked ass when it passes by. This is not a skill. It's not. It's nature. It's not a skill. You posing and posting and working out and doing, that shit ain't a skill. Takes absolutely nothing. You're naked, everybody's gonna look. Men, women, and children. Ain't a skill. Ain't got y'all thinking that that shit means something. It don't mean nothing. At all. It is not a skill set. Okay. I appreciate your time. But I know when it's too heavy. I know when it's saying too much. That's when the response is not there. That's when everything gets a little fuzzy. I get it. but I'm not going to fold to it. So again, I love my people. Remain militant, remain safe. This is the weekend our gunmen don't do. I told you it's 3 days we don't do. We don't do Halloween, we don't do New Year's, and we damn sure don't do the 4th. So come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. I'll see you. Maybe we might speak on something a little lighter. I doubt it, because it all for me runs back to the same thing. Guard your mind. Don't let these crackers get your mind. Once they got your mind, you're done. Peace and power.